The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. From the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And this one caught by Max Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
27 yards there, a 1st down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there, and in a big way.
Murray now on 1st down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Now Murray again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 9 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season, 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on second down. Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. Here the Cardinals push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Cardinals 20, 49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return for Ayuk.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
First and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
This is third.
Shotgun now from Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
They certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Mike 42, check. I got you, boy.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. Kirk now, the return man. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
1st down, Cardinals.
From the gun, Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Edmonds. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're likely to force a field goal attempt.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on...
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. gains. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Forced out to his left. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Cardinals 30, 49ers nothing. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Garoppolo on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
1st and 10 at the 29.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
At the 17-yard line.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And caught right side, Green. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
11 on the play. First down, Cardinals.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now. Evans. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They run it here with Edmonds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Pass rusher extraordinaire, Dee Ford that time, getting the sack.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
So